Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a wonderful start. Today, I want to talk about closing gifts and how they can impact your business. A closing gift is a nice way to kind of wrap up the transaction, kind of personalize things, and show the client that you care. I like to think of it more as a housewarming gift than a closing gift, right? My great representation of you was my gift to the transaction, to the closing, but you just bought a new home. So, here is a housewarming present. So that's the way I like to think about it. Now, over the course of my career, I've had all kinds of different closing gifts. I've had local artists hand draw a picture of the house with the closing date on it. I've had baskets, like steel buckets for ice that had different things in it. I've had these kind of Yeti style cups where you have your logo and information etched into it. By the way, if you're going to go a route something like this, Yeti is the brand that made this type of insulated tumbler popular, but there are knockoff brands that are just as good or almost just as good. I mean, after all, who needs their drink to be cold for 24 hours? If you're not drinking it in 24 hours, what are you doing? So the knockoff brands are great. They're less expensive, and getting them etched like this is not terribly expensive. You can get a local trophy shop, for example, that they can do that for you. So whatever it is, it's something that kind of, again, buttons things up, shows the client that you care, and ideally is going to have some staying power. So some agents like to do something like Cutco knives. They are not cheap, okay? In fact, I'll just say it. They're pretty darn expensive, but they're going to have your name etched into the blade. And that's something that the client is likely to hang on to for a while. And because it has your branding on it, by the way, anything you do that has your branding on it, your contact information, that's considered marketing, and you can write off the full amount of that. Whereas closing gifts, typically, I believe, I'm not a CPA, but have something like a $25 cap that you can write those off. So having your branding on there is important. But here's one other kind of outside of the box idea for a closing gift, and it's not really a gift, but more of a closing experience. And that is, you can offer to host a housewarming party for the client. So they've just purchased their home. You tell them, hey, look, you invite whoever you want. You give me a date that's going to work for you. I'm going to bring over the food and the drinks, and we're going to have a party to celebrate your new home. Now, you can do this by having it catered. Okay, that's an easy way to do it. You're spending a little bit of money, but guess what? You're getting to not only interact with your clients again, but all of their friends and family and maybe neighbors and that kind of thing. So you're kind of throwing yourself in there for a lead generation opportunity, and you're spending a few $100. Another option would be to get something like steaks or hamburgers and hot dogs, and you bring them over and you grill out, that kind of thing. So however you want to do it, I like the catering option because it's less work. You can just spend your time mingling. But it's a great investment in making personal connections with this person who is now really happy with you because you just did a great job with them. They're now going to make all of these personal introductions with all their friends, family, and neighbors. So that's a cool idea. Another similar idea would be a moving day party. Same kind of thing. You get pizzas and drinks delivered for moving day. Maybe you have some kind of cool sign put out in the front yard so you can help them meet the neighbors, that sort of thing. Of course, you need to get their permission and talk through it with them. But this is a really, really cool lead generation opportunity. And if you did this for every one of your buyer closings, that could literally be the one thing that you do for lead generation every year, is just these housewarming parties for your clients. Now, again, not every buyer is going to be a good fit for that. But you'll know your client well enough, you could kind of make that judgment call. So just wanted to give you some ideas. In the body of the email that I sent out this morning, there is a link to the Breakthrough Broker website, to an article that has some other suggestions and ideas for closing gifts. So hopefully this is something that helps you out, gets you thinking, get your wheels turning, get creative, show your clients you care, build those meaningful relationships, and see those referrals start to roll in. Take care.